the organizers at Dreamville Festival, myself, our incredible partners, and all the people that work so hard to bring this festival to life. We're going to be bringing you a new brand in Raleigh, North Carolina, continue to do a music festival here at Dix Park, and we're so excited for this opportunity. And
yeah, Sasha.
And we're going to be here for years to come. This is a multi-year deal, and we're so excited to be working with the city of Raleigh together on something new and exciting and to continue to build on this incredible thing that we've done over the years. So thank you.
Very, very exciting. Thank you, Dreamville. We don't have to end with this weekend. Marshall, I know you have refused to say that this is the final Dreamville Festival.
And now I don't have to. So really it is exciting, and it has been really good conversations and discussions about the importance of this festival to this community, to our families, and to our friends who now take this first weekend in April to make Raleigh their home. And so I've gained a new sense of family and community through these conversations, and as some would say, it was all a dream, but they're coming back after 25.
Absolutely. Well, we'll talk probably a little bit more about that as we continue on, but we do want to focus on this festival coming up this weekend. Stephen, this is something that takes many hours, many staff hours, and a lot of time to prepare for Dreamville over 2 days at Dix Park.
Yeah, when they say it takes a village, it does. So we put in thousands of hours, literally, especially with our great partners. So not only with Sasha's team and Adam's team and Eve's team, but also our partners in the fire department, police department, Wake County, all the businesses. So all of us come together really to deliver on something that's unique, not only unique to Raleigh, but unique to the country. So we plan all year long. Like when we're done here, it's like, guess what, Sasha? We'll see you in a month or two. Hope you're back in Raleigh. So we'll make Raleigh his second home if he'd like to. So yeah, this is a year-round process for all of us.
And on the festival side, Adam, more than 100,000 people over 2 days. This takes tons of work on your side as well to put together this festival that has grown to this great size as well.
Yeah, and it doesn't start just with the festival. It starts a little bit earlier. We've got
that was our flyover for the festival, by the way. That was it.
We love it. We're out here at the pop-up shop. Just one of the early events that we do. We've also got an event happening at Boxcar right down the street. What else do we have? We're activating at CAM again. We're doing a block party on Commerce, something that we've been wanting to do with the city for a long time. Also a block party on Harrington. And then that's all going to flow into the festival, where we've got an incredible lineup. I'm super excited to see Erykah Badu and, Nicole, obviously, and the whole gang. So, yeah, super excited.
Well, and speaking about that, this is, you plan for a music festival. You're focused on the lineup. You're focused on the experience. And over the years, Eve, this has become something that is more than a festival. This is, I saw the list that media published of all the events that lead up to this. Some people come into Raleigh for the whole week. It's not just the 2 days. Not that the 2 days aren't phenomenal in and of themselves, but now this is community building here in Raleigh.
No, for sure. I think, that's one thing that we have as a brand with Dreamville. We've always had, a great fan base and community that really aligned with who we are, but also we wanted to kind of nurture that community and kind of build it. And I think, it started when we used to do our Dollar in a Dream shows, and we actually did one here, and that's kind of where the idea started, because these kids would be online for hours, and most of them won't even get in, but they were so nice to each other and helpful and just peaceful. So it's like the community really started there, and we always wanted to kind of take that idea and see how we could turn it to a festival. Obviously, we couldn't do a festival where we charge $1. That would not make sense, but we wanted to keep the feeling of just the community. We call it our family reunion, you know what I mean? And I think a lot of people from all over the world and from all 50 states come in, and it's good to be able to do it here in North Carolina. I'm not from North Carolina, but it's like my second home. I've been coming here since college with Cole, driving to North Carolina A&T or driving to Fayetteville. So I'm, very much feel like this is my second home. So to be able to do it here feels really special.
You're welcome anytime, for sure. Marshall, speaking of all those people, all the preparations, safety, of course, is a big piece of that. You put that many people in one spot, you want to keep them safe. The goal is to get them home safely at the end of the night. Talk about all the preparations that go into keeping Dreamville and that festival a safe experience.
So we've been very blessed to have 4 very successful Dreamville festivals. And with that, I think it is important to note that it is a safe environment. It is an amazing experience for those 2 days, but also the week leading up to. And so we've kind of gotten good at this. We survived through a hurricane for the first year we were planning it. We made it through a global pandemic when COVID hit. And we're still standing, right? And so safety is always paramount. And I work with my amazing team all year long, as Stephen said, to make sure that we curate an event that is safe and that it is a great experience so that people continue to come back. And when we started this, I thought, who's going to buy these tickets and you don't know who the lineup is? And so Sasha said, trust the process, ma'am. And I've learned to trust the process, and each year it gets bigger and better. And safety is a key part of that because people feel like they can come, have a great time, party, listen to great music, and create that experience with friends and people that they meet the day of the festival, and there's nothing like it. So we're really blessed to have that here in Raleigh.
Sasha, Adam, Ebe, you guys do this all around the world. You're putting on music festivals. You're working in the music world. You talked about Raleigh being a special place, but talk more about that if you don't mind. What makes Raleigh special? You're coming back again for a few more years. What makes it so special here?
I'll speak to something that I'll say when I moved here, when we kind of started exploring this all the way back in 2015. It was immediately open to the ideas that we were trying to present. Oftentimes, I've lived in a few different places, it's hard to find the people who are the true stakeholders, who the people trying to get things done, people with like-minded spirit, really. And every business I went to, every restaurant I went to, every brewery, museum, everywhere, I was able to talk to the stakeholders there, the people who were actively trying to make the city a better place. And you can't find that always in a lot of cities. Sometimes the owners, they might live in a whole other state, city, but here in Raleigh, it was very much open to us and what we wanted to do here. And like Marshall said, I think, if we can get through the pandemic and hurricanes, I think we were able to kind of get through these conversations and bring this festival back.
And I think just working with the city of Raleigh, candidly, has been an absolute pleasure. It's the city, it's the people, it's everybody that puts so much time and energy. This is a privilege to be able to do. It's something that, we're grateful for on a daily basis. And, it wouldn't be possible without the incredible people that live here and that pour all their time and energy into running this city.
Yeah, and I think, just to add to all the great things they said, for me, at the end of the day, too, it's like North Carolina is Cole's home. And, this is where he started. And, me and Adam along the way have helped him, build the brand. But it started, from a kid that's from North Carolina. So we always wanted to bring something back to the state. And then once we, got wind of Dix Park and the city and how amazing it was to work with the city, it just felt like, well, we have to keep giving back to the city and keep building this. And I always say that the other thing is that the location is great because, North Carolina is like, you can drive from Atlanta, you could drive from New York, you could drive from so many places. It's really right there in the middle. And I always felt like there was a void of like a big festival like this. So I think for us to have the opportunity to create a new brand and something new along with the city and just try to make it even better than what we did before,
Not to mention all the universities that are here. That was definitely a key thing, not only for attendees to the festival, but also for talent. There's a wealth of talent constantly coming out of all the HBCUs around here, the Dukes, the UNC. Shout out to Duke in the Final Four.
Come on, come on.
NC State
Come
as
on.
well.
Yo,
I'm
it's
not
Tar
done,
Heels
but
over
I
here,
mean,
right?
we gotta show love. And that was something that we couldn't overlook.
And so I would add, before these guys get going and go finish getting the field ready so that we can actually put on a festival this weekend, I'd just like to say that in addition to the obvious economic impact that is real relevant in the city, the impact on local businesses, local artists, restaurants, hoteliers is really an invaluable asset of this festival. When we thought about this from the beginning, we had no idea. And again, it continues to grow and elevate each year. But for me, it's more personal. And many people know my story. And I've shared it with somebody who's sitting up here who's really special. But this music festival has allowed me to reconnect with my 3 daughters in a way that is real meaningful. I'm a little bit older. I'm probably the senior person up here. And so to reconnect with hip hop and rap has kind of been a way that I've been able to connect with my 3 girls, and that has been really special. But it's really the communication, the partnership, the collaboration. And as I said, I have 3 girls, but throughout this process, I've gained a son. And so Sasha is just like the son I never had. And so he's embarrassed because they don't ever do this. And I am so grateful that you all agreed to do this with us today. But literally, he's here for a weekend a year, but he calls throughout the year. He checks on us. He cares about us as people. So it's much bigger than the festival. It is much bigger than the artists in the festivals to a certain extent. It is about the community that we've built around the music, and then ultimately how we've taken that into our personal lives to build stronger relationships and partnerships. And I'm really grateful for each of you all. But to my son, Sasha here, there are not enough words. We fuss just like parents and kids do quite a bit. But at the end of the day, he is fully committed, and I think I can't even say enough about how much our relationship means to me and to my girls. They think he is the godfather, and I'm like, what about me, right? But again, and you all brought this to us. You brought us a gift. And while some would say it was a dream, the dream has become a reality, and it is one that we're super proud about and want to continue to curate for years to come.
Thank you.
Sasha, Adam, Ebe, I know you guys all have to get back to the field. Mayor Pro Tem Stormfort wants to say something before you go, and we're going to stick around for a couple questions as well. But please.
Just want to say we were very, very grateful to J. Cole for bringing the vision to the city of Raleigh. And I follow a lot of the Dreamville social media groups, and one of the things that somebody said was this is their homecoming. So they look forward to coming to Raleigh every year and reconnecting with folks that they've met. This is homecoming for them. So thank you for creating that. On behalf of the mayor and the rest of the city council, thank you for creating such a great experience for the city of Raleigh.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We are going to stick around for some questions from the media. Stephen, I do want to talk to you. Thank you, Sasha. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Ebe. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
So now they're
Thank you,
going
Mayor
to do
Pro Tem.
some real work
That's
so
right.
that the field will be ready tomorrow and Saturday, right? And
Absolutely.
Sunday. Yeah.
Absolutely. Stephen, a lot of preparation goes into Dix Park, and there are some changes that are happening for Dix Park right now, some that are already in place, and then some that will continue to be put in place here over the next couple days for the festival.
Yep, absolutely. So we said this takes a year to plan. Well, be patient. Dix Park, one of our crown jewel parks, will be closed tomorrow evening at 10 p.m. and all the way through Monday till 6 a.m. to non-ticketed folks. The dog parks will open back up early next week. Dreamville is a great partner that afterwards they make sure our turf and our trees, and they contribute back to making sure the park is the way it was before they came. So just be patient with us.
Thank you very much. Marshall mentioned the economic impact that this has. I do want to remind members of the media that we do have some local businesses and artists who are here to speak as well. So please stay tuned for that and get some comments from them. They would love to share what Dreamville has as an impact on the community. Before that, if there are any members of the media that have questions for us, we'll be happy to answer for them. The question is, what are the plans to continue the festival beyond this year?
So if you know anything about me, I don't take no very well. And so when the conversation came that we were not going to have the festival anymore, I dug in and started having conversations with the event producers to ensure, because again, for them, they do this all across the country in all different kinds of communities. But for us, it means so much. So I was trying to be strategic and intentional about making sure that they understood really the extent of the impact of this weekend on this community. And so as we started to have those conversations, it just kind of flowed. And the reality is we're excited about where it's going to go for the next 3 to 4 years. So we have a 4-year commitment at this point that we will have a music festival under the Dreamville label.
The question is, what is the financial, if any, agreement between the city and Dreamville?
So yes, obviously this is a business transaction, right? But much more than a business transaction. As part of the financials of that, there are rental fees, there are permit fees, they pay public safety employees. They spend a lot of money before anybody ever touches that field. Those are the intangible pieces about the commitment of Dreamville that most people don't see, or you don't necessarily see on a balance sheet from a hotel or a bar or a restaurant. But they contribute a great deal to our local economy in the way of hiring part-time employees, putting artists to work, because as you see, many of the art installations are from local artists, and then they rent materials to build those amazing stages that we see from local vendors. And so it is an amazing financial commitment that this endeavor has created for the city of Raleigh.
But this wouldn't be like how the city, maybe brings in a subsidy for the Bluegrass Festival in the past.
No.
The question was, is this a subsidy for the Bluegrass Festival?
No.
No. There any
No.
other questions? Yes.
What can you tell us about that 4-year commitment? What genre? What music? What crowd? Any time of year? Anything?
The question is, what about the 4-year commitment? Are there any more details, genre, anything like that?
So we're going to continue on the same path that's been successful for us. Our consumers have told us what they like, and we're going to try to provide that to them for the next 4 years.
Yep. Will J. Cole be involved in the festival going forward?
Because we're using the Dreamville label, to a certain extent, he will obviously be involved. Whether or not he headlines, that's probably not going to be an occurrence, but he is a local resident. He is totally committed to this community, and he is totally committed to this festival. So I can't speak to what it will totally look like moving forward, but he has his hands all over this.
And we've got time for one more question.
Not yet. We just put the ink on it yesterday, folks. So that's why it was important to have this press conference. We just put the ink on the deal yesterday. So no name as of yet. Fully committed to getting through this weekend to have a successful festival, and then we'll start churning next week to work on the next one.
We thank you so much for coming out and joining us as we celebrate Dreamville coming up in just hours now. And we will be out here Saturday and Sunday, and then through the rest of the 20s as well. So thank you very much. Stay tuned for interviews with some local businesses and artists as well. Thank you for coming out today. Thank you. And they are going to ask for questions. So if you want to head that way, I would recommend or go to the top. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Get the list?
Yes.
Okay. You should have the list of speakers. You can have them introduce themselves if you want. I'll let you all ask the question.
We'll do 2 here, 3 there. Oh, yeah, perfect.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put it back on. So they know I'm not that professional. Yeah, that's true. Testing 1.
Right here in the middle.
You're gonna fight. You got it. You got it. You can hit them all. We're gonna be fighting. I'm just kidding. Everybody look at a different one. It makes craziest eyes. Everybody loves us. To wear my sunglasses. At least the pollen's not that bad today.
Wait, I know. Wait a minute, I feel like we met at the factory.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's what it was.
I was like, how do I know? Coffee shop occasions, so a lot of times I'll recognize people.
I'm like, how do I know her?
Yeah, okay, that's right.
Yeah, okay, bet I got it. I feel like printing something that I left to Johnny, I gave to you. Okay, so so my nonprofit was Empower All, the big thing.
Okay, yeah,
Yes.
it's upstairs. It needs a brain chip or something.
I'm not sure. Okay, and you had a puppy, a dog. Yeah, okay, all right. Okay, it's coming back to me.
I need to read the email.
Yeah. You guys see my bike getting ridden off back there? Let me know.
Okay,
I will drop this mic.
Yeah, and I will drop it. I'll take these heels off, and I will get your bike back.
Give me this for us. For y'all. Can I go soon? I'm gonna have too much pollen